evening to you, wherever you're listening to us from. I'm glad to welcome you to the program. It's Teaching Time on Sunrise FM 96.1. My name is Precious Chukwuekezie, your precious friend on radio. So today, I'm glad to welcome you to the program as we focus on exploring albinism beyond physical appearance, beyond the surface. So, this is where we delve into the myriad dimensions of albinism beyond the physical appearance, if you know what I mean. But before we move into the matter of the day, it is important for us to know that each and every one of us need to come together and promote inclusion. By inclusion, I mean it doesn't matter your color, whether you're black or white, whether you are an albino or you are a person with disability, any form of disability, or you think you don't have anything. As long as you are a human being, there is need for you to be included in the matters of the society and what is happening in the society. So, as you strive to be included, you should also help in promoting inclusion. Inclusion in everything, in education, access to education, access to healthcare, employment opportunities, everything at all that every human being needs to have access to. So nobody needs to be denied access to anything. You should not be denied access to education because of the color of your skin. So that's why today we are letting us know that it is important for us to promote inclusion. Be it in your workplace, in your home, in the community, everywhere, there is need for the promotion of inclusion. That way, every human being will have a sense of belonging. So you will not treat me differently because of the color of my skin. You will not treat me differently because I'm black or because I'm white. Treat me just the same way you're treating the other person. That way, we'll have a beautiful society. We'll have a world where each and every one of us will be happy. And we'll be happy with ourselves, but we'll also be happy with everyone around us. That being said, we'll now delve into the matter of the day, exploring albinism beyond the surface. And today, to discuss this matter, we have our special guest. She is Nonye Ogbuagu. She is the National Welfare Director, Albinism Association of Nigeria. We're glad to have you here, ma'am.
I'm happy to be here. Good evening, Nonye.
Okay, that's a beautiful way to welcome you guys on board with my beautiful friend here as our special guest today. So, yesterday was the 10th International Albinism Awareness Day. So, tell us what significance this day holds for individuals with albinism.
Okay, over the years, albinism, even now, there are many misconceptions about albinism and discrimination and stigmatization, denial of rights and non-inclusion in everything. So in December 18, 2013, United Nations had a policy that 13th June of every year should be marked as a day of creating awareness for albinism. So it started in 2014. So since then, we have been doing this, celebrating a lot of themes. Like I know in 2000 and that COVID year, we had our theme was "We are made to shine." So last year was inclusion is strength. The other one was beyond all odds, despite all odds. So this year we are marking a decade.
Oh, okay.
So the theme says a decade of collective progress. So this year we are, going to the drawing board, checking where we did it well, where we have not done it well, what the future holds, where we are going to improve in the collective progress of this, creating awareness of the uniqueness and challenges of persons with albinism, and fighting. We are not fighting, but we are advocating and creating our awareness for our rights, that persons with albinism, we have equal rights like every other citizen in the world. So that's what it holds for us. It's a very big day for us. We love it. We make the world hear our voices.
That's nice. So in that case, I'm saying congratulations. Is not is in the right order. So congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to all of us, because you guys are celebrating. We're celebrating together.
Yes.
It's not just your thing. It's our thing.
Yes. But without you, we wouldn't have the celebration,
right?
Yes.
Okay. So we are in this together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So this International Day, International Albinism Day, in what way is it contributing in advancing the rights and the visibility of persons with albinism, maybe nationally or globally?
Globally, because if you remember some years back, some countries in East Africa, like Tanzania, they were killing persons with albinism. And their reason was that we have a magical blood that is used for money ritual, that our blood generates money. And there are other myths, like this part of the world, they will tell you that a child with albinism occurred because the parents maybe they committed an offense or they did something, and the ancestors are punishing them, that the child with albinism is a curse. Or there are many other myths. So since we started this advocacy, and the challenge of the major one is exposure to sun. If you look at persons with albinism, we don't have the same color like you have, but we have every other thing the same. It's because we lack a pigment called melanin, and this melanin is what gave you the color you have, and it protects your skin from the sun. I don't have it, so exposure to sun will give me sunburn, and if not properly managed, get some skin cancer. Cancer is cancer, it kills. Then I don't see well, I have a very poor vision. So since we started this advocacy, it brought a lot of persons with albinism out from the shackles, because they didn't know, many of us didn't know, even parents, teachers were ignorant of the challenges of persons with albinism. You see, we will be going on the road and people will be just mocking you. You don't see, you don't do it. But since we started this, you see, if anybody wants to talk to you derogatory, some other person will stand. Some teachers are now learning. Teachers now handle, like, I am a teacher. In my school now, every child with albinism wears long sleeve. Every child with albinism sits in the front seat. Okay. Teachers know if we are having something and we are standing maybe at the assembly ground, my principal will just say, tell these children to go out from the sun. Then we made persons with albinism to stand for their right. It's this advocacy that will make a child with albinism know, I am not supposed to stand under the sun or walk under the sun without wearing protective clothing. So it's now it's an eye opener to the society, to parents with persons with albinism who have been denying their children access to education because of their poor vision. So the awareness is going, but we have not gotten there. We'll get there.
So there is need for more advocacy. There's need to create more awareness.
Seriously.
So that people get to know.
Seriously.
Not just persons with this albinism, but also the parents,
the
society at large, so that they know the way they should treat these persons with albinism.
I cannot be going along the road on my own. I didn't say anything to you. I didn't call you. I didn't even you see me and you start cussing me. You can't see. Hey, enough. I didn't say anything to you. You know, it's not, even if I don't see, it's not your business. You know, you can't just say because a person with albinism, I am qualified for a job, and just because of my color, you deny me the job. So people are denied marriage because of the color. It's just the color. We are intelligent. We are beautiful. We are
Of
fun to
course.
be with.
I can attest to
So
that.
it's just
I can
the
attest to that,
color.
ma'am.
We are strong people.
Of course.
Just help
Okay, yes.
us
There
manage
is
the
need.
sun.
There's really need for people to change their attitude, and it goes to what you're saying, that there is need to create more awareness. People really need to know that these persons are not cursed. These persons are not what is it called? Evil children or something. They are just the same. Just
somewhere
the
in
color.
South they say they are witches.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. They need to be skilled, really. They need to be educated. So, thank God we are in the days of social media. So if you don't hear it on radio or television, at least you will see the information on the social media platforms. So everybody will have so many means of educating people about this kind of issues, and nobody will say, I don't know. You understand? So the more we go, the more people get to know. So it will not be, but before we move further, we'd like you to share with us your personal journey as a person with albinism.
Okay, my personal journey. Let me just say that my father served the whites, so his perception at the initial time was not because of albinism. His love for me was my color, because my father believed in the white people. He saw them as they are close to God. So he transferred that love to me before knowing about my albinism.
Oh, okay.
So what he was doing then was, if he sees anybody like me, go to any doctor, he will be asking people how to manage my skin.
Right.
As a child, I started sitting in the front seat. He was buying sunglasses and the other glasses for me, and I was wearing long sleeve. But because I was not properly educated, I didn't know what he was doing. So sometimes they will sew a long sleeve dress for me. I will go back and use scissors and cut it. I was saying myself, why will I be different from other children? Why won't I play? My father will not allow me to go out and play. You know? So that was, then my mother, though, not that she wanted me to be in the sun, but she will want me to do whatever any other child is doing. She didn't say, my father would say, go inside the church. Look, I will go to the farm. I will do whatever. But one thing I know of my parents, they never used any derogatory word for me. Even when I wash plates, I don't wash well because I don't see. She will just call me and calm me down. Then there is another family, my maternal home. Their own was that I am my grandmother's reincarnate.
Oh.
So they poured love on me. So I didn't pass through some big difficulty at home.
Growing up. Okay.
Growing up at home. It was just maybe in school, but luckily I am a very friendly person. I'm humorous, I make friends. But there's one guy, that one incident I won't forget. A guy saw me on the road, one bully in my village. We came back to the village and he saw me, I was going, and he just held my hand. You can imagine how I would be when I was under 12. Just held my hand, he used razor blade and said in Igbo, Kanfuka, Oyochono Obala, use razor blade, fiam on my skin.
That's terrible.
And just cut my skin.
That is really terrible.
You know, he was a bully, he was big, I was small, I was this little girl. I cried. But my elder brother dealt with him. So I didn't face so much telling, because my father knew how to manage albinism. It was me that was a little bit, why should I be different? Why should I be different? But growing up, I didn't face much difficult. It wasn't that difficult. But in the class, yes, you know, there are things you will want to know. You want to sit where your mates, friends are sitting, but you won't see the board. So they will pull me away from there
and take me to the front seat.
Then when you tell me in the class, when I was in primary school, hey, you don't see. Luckily, I understand the teacher. So during the exam, if you ask me any question as a child, I say, you say I don't see. So why should I tell?
So you were taking advantage of it? Oh, I see.
Yes. So that was my own defense that time. So people were careful on how they talk to me. So,
you are really a special being, honestly. I wish other persons with albinism can see themselves that way, that they are created specially, that you are unique in your own way, God had its time when He was making you. So I don't know why people
Even
should
the
look
Bible
at their
said that
skin.
God created everything beautifully.
Exactly,
So if I
beautifully.
am created by God, I know a mistake.
Of course. I love that perception. So tell us, in what way is your association supporting persons with albinism in accessing, say, education, healthcare, employment, other opportunities?
And what we do is, number one is this advocacy all of us are doing now, because you are now an ambassador. So we talk to people collectively and individually. Like I told you, I'm a teacher. In all the schools I have taught, and every other person that I meet, they are now ambassadors. Even my colleagues, they will stop persons with albinism on the road and talk to them. Then we, in our organization, we educate parents, because it starts from the home.
Yes.
If you talk down on your child at home, you don't expect somebody outside there to bring the child home. So we educate parents on how to handle our children.
Special children.
Then our former president, J.K. Pele, who is the founder of Albinism Association in Nigeria, the first person that started this advocacy, and had some workshops and training for teachers and some caregivers and stakeholders. So what we do is, if you are qualified, what we advocate for, you have to be qualified, go to school. If you can't go to school, learn a trade.
Okay.
And if you go for any interview, you are qualified and you are denied answer because you are a person with albinism, come, we fight for it. I've gone to fight for many people in their schools, in other places. But you don't, because you are a person with albinism, you don't have to be arrogant. You have to respect yourself. Do what you are supposed to do. Like in the secondary school, we used to tell the teachers, if a child with albinism does anything, punish the child, but not under the sun. Don't say because this is a student with albinism, a person with albinism, please go. No. If it is class, let the person go and keep sweeping the class for the rest of the time. So we create discipline. Then if there is any employment, maybe the government is employing, we tell our people, if you are qualified, go and apply. The only thing is that, let it not be that because you are a person with albinism, you are denied the opportunity. No. But if there's any other thing, like every other person, we can't help it. Get admission. Let the school say, because you're a person with albinism, we will not take you. Then we will come out. But if you didn't score up to what JAMB wants, you don't expect us to come and
be fighting for
No. So that is it. We make sure that we educate our people, empower them, and for them to stand up for their rights.
That's good to know. So we would like to know, are there initiatives or projects your association is currently undertaking to promote awareness, to promote inclusivity for persons with albinism?
Oh yes, but we can't do it alone. It's a collective thing.
That's it.
We have a proposal that because always our advocacy mostly is in the town. We want a situation we can take this advocacy to the hinterland, to the rural areas where people don't even know anything about albinism. But we can't do it alone. We need people that will support us in any form. Like the proposal we have is to go to all the 3 senatorial zones, take 2 local governments from each senatorial zone, create awareness, bring our people together, educate them, give them some protective materials like the hat, umbrella, not just an umbrella, parasol umbrella. It's a normal umbrella that but it's a parasol umbrella. This umbrella that has a silver linen.
Okay. It's
for the sun. That umbrella is not for the rain. But it's beautiful. Many people, they have it. Then our sunscreen lotion is very expensive. If I wear my sunscreen, the sun will not damage my skin. For example, this place I am sitting now, it is not very, very good for my skin
I
because
see.
of the
Because
type of light you have.
Okay.
So all these are the things we educate our people on. You don't sit down, or I can stay here because it's not my, it's not a permanent place. But in my house I can use energy lights.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so we educate them. So all this way, if we see people that can help us, the government, private people, churches, traditional rulers, that can help us carry this advocacy to the rural areas.
What exactly would you want the government to do in this regard?
Yeah, if they will help us, and like I mentioned, some protective the materials. Then I'm reading the devices, low vision devices for our children in school, so that they can use to see very well. For example, if two of us are reading something now, what you will read in 45 minutes, I will read in 1 hour 30 minutes because of the low vision. But if I have a visual aid, I will measure up. So if the government can come up with any type of project that can help us, we are not asking for money. What we are asking for, provide these things, get our people. My own is to come and educate. I don't ask for money. Then if you bring the money, tell me, use this money to buy sunscreen. How many? Maybe 100 to 1,000 to sunscreen is quite expensive. Not everybody can afford it. So that's what we want the government to do for us. Help us get the local government chairmen, the traditional rulers, the churches to gather our people together, provide. Because if I am going to go to Igbeze North from here, I have to transport myself.
Yeah.
So I may not afford it. I'm just a civil servant, just like every other person, not only me. So we will need support for us to go. Because what our cause is a life-saving cause. We have lost many people to skin cancer, and skin cancer is preventable. So that's what we don't want. If we talk to people, skin cancer can be prevented. We won't go to cure. Curing cancer is very, very expensive if the person survives it, but we can be prevented just by mere hearing how to manage the challenges.
Okay. As part of the support for inclusion and in creating more awareness about this, apart from what you expect from the government, the individuals, are you in any way collaborating with international partners?
For now, no, not yet in Enugu. But the national, they are. But in Enugu now, no. We are just on our own for now.
Okay. We're hoping that sooner than later you will also spread
trying.
your tentacles.
Yeah, we are trying.
That way more awareness will be created. There will be more support from different angles.
Yeah.
That way you will be able to reach more people.
We believe so.
Yeah. So but for a parent who have a child with albinism, from when the baby is still small, what is expected of that parent to do for that baby?
Just like I said, if you have a child with albinism, from that then you give birth to that child, don't expose that child to sun. If you want to get that child grow up with sweet skin and everything, number one thing is don't expose that child to sun. Then when the child grows up to school age, guard the child, take that child to school, explain to the school authority. Now the child's uniform will be different from others, because if the school the uniform is a short-sleeved uniform, the child has to be wearing a long-sleeved uniform. But you go to school and tell them the child has to wear hats. But you know, managing a little child is very difficult. So it is the duty of the mother or the father to monitor. You don't allow the child to go and play when others are playing under the sun. So you monitor the child. The major thing is don't expose that child to the sun. Then go to school and tell them the child has a low vision when the child is of school age.
Okay.
So they'll help.
Then for teachers, what are the things expected of teachers? Because by the time they have children in their classes, for both mixed up with maybe say those who are not persons without albinism and those with albinism, they have them all in one class.
Yes.
What is expected of that teacher especially for that child, that special child?
The teacher will make sure that that child sits at the front row. Sometimes sitting at the front row does not even help. Because I could remember my own time, I would get up from my seat and go to the board, and my classmates will be shouting, shouting. But and it helps, because when you get to the board, you read 5 sentences and it's registered in the head. So the teacher should help that child. If the child can't see the board, give the child your notes
To copy from.
copy, and let's make the class very comfortable and convenient for that child by letting his or her classmates know that there is nothing different. You can even tell the neighbors of the girl or the child to allow the child copy from their notes. Then if it is an exam, there are schools that write exam on the board. After writing the exam, the questions on the board, give the child your own the copy of the questions. If it's in a school where they type, there's some school they will type the question, but it will not be enough. A child with albinism cannot share question paper with anybody. Give that child. I came into a class one day. They were sharing question paper. The girl was in an SS class, and the girl was sitting like this. The teacher didn't know.
She's with
Maybe
albinism.
the teacher, she knew that she's with albinism, but maybe she thought she didn't know what to write. She was still thinking. So when I came in, I saw her, and I went to the teacher and said, please, this girl cannot share question paper. Take one and give to her, please. Immediately that question paper was given to that girl. She started writing. And the teacher was shocked. So teachers are mothers and sisters,
Yeah,
and but the problem is that most teachers don't know the challenges of persons with albinism. But if they're educated, they will now know how to manage them.
Exactly. The teachers need to know. They need to be taught. That it's not just about teaching a child how to solve mathematics or how to speak good English in class. There are so many other ways you can relate with the children in the class.
You don't allow the classmates to use derogatory words.
And it's the responsibility of the teacher not to allow that.
Make them see themselves as the same.
Yeah. Okay, so for a person with disability who is facing discrimination, what advice do you have for that person?
Anyway, I know in our society, people discriminate a lot, but I want to tell people something. You discriminate yourself before others will discriminate you.
Okay.
Because I believe that we are all unique in different ways. There are things you can do that I cannot do. There are things I can do you cannot do. So if you see yourself in any condition, find out the positive one. Don't just go and live on the negative one. Yes, like I'm here, I'm a person with albinism, but I don't see well, but I don't even care. I don't care. Let it be just that I don't care. I don't see well. But I don't see well. You don't come to my house to bring me out. So stand on your feet. Be yourself. Be thankful to God for even creating you who you are. Don't allow anybody. If the person wants to discriminate the person. If you call me Onyocha, I'll call you Onyoji. They will tell you, I say, yellow. I'll say green.
Not so.
And when you say it to the person will now leave you alone, and the child wants to be friendly with you. So you don't allow people to undermine you. What is it that, even if what type of disability now can one have that will not allow that person to live? Where I'm coming out from, I came out with person. I was staying with persons with disability. I have a blind person as the chairman of John Apid. That man is fantastic. We have friends who are blind lawyers,
And there
are people who are not blind who couldn't even go to school, who couldn't pass WAEC, and they are doing well. So don't see it as the world has come to an end. No, stand on your ground, but don't be arrogant. Be polite, be friendly, and make sure you are independent. Don't depend on anybody. Find something to do. If you can't go to school, learn a trade. It's only when you depend on people that they will make a mess of you. Just be independent and live your life and enjoy it to the fullest.
Okay, that's a good one. If you don't have opportunity of going to school, learn a trade. Don't just sit there. Time waits for no man. So what's your hopes and aspirations for the albinism community, say in future, globally or nationally?
I see a future when we'll have a skin cancer free for persons with albinism. Because the way we are going, creating awareness, when we all know that the sun is our greatest enemy, I don't see how we can have skin cancer. Because if we avoid the sun, if you are going out, because we are not advocating that people should go and sleep. You will go to work, do what you are, but if you are going out, protect yourself. Wear protective clothes, like wear a long sleeve, put your cap or hat, sunglasses, carry your umbrella. Let me see where the sun will come and touch you. Then you can do what when I was a child, my mom used to take me to the farm. I was funny because not my mom that you say because you're a person that will not do anything. Nala, you go and do your work. Even as a teacher, my mother will leave a portion of the farm where I will come and work. And tell me to come back and do it.
Of course. And you go and do it.
Don't you know? If you tell her you give her money, she will tell you to go and keep that money, that portion that she left for you.
Oh wow.
So protect yourself.
Okay. It's been wonderful having you here today, and the insights you've given into what is happening in the world of albinism is wonderful. And I'm sure a lot of persons have learnt what they did not know before now, or what they claim not to know before now. We're hoping that going forward, they will begin to treat persons with albinism just the same way they treat themselves. That's what it is. So thank you immensely for being here.
Thank you, and we're inviting you tomorrow.
Okay, so you have an activity tomorrow?
Yes, we have a program tomorrow. We will have a road walk starting from Otiba by 7 a.m. Walk through Presidential Road, through Mokiti, then to Alliance Française, where we will have our main activity, panel discussion, and other things. We are inviting everybody.
It's going to be a great one. Okay, yeah, thanks a lot for being here. And our special guest today has been Nonye Ogbuagu. She is the National Welfare Director, Albinism Association of Nigeria. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
So, just like they say, that empathy is the cornerstone of understanding the support of individuals with albinism. So, I'm throwing it to you out there. So, it is a call for empathy. So wherever you are, whoever you are, it is about time we begin to treat persons with albinism the same way we treat ourselves. The only difference is the color of their skin. Every other thing is the same. You are not in any way better than them. So treat them well. Treat everybody around you well, irrespective of their color or their social status. So on this note, we'll call it a day on today's edition of A Stitch in Time. We appreciate you so much for being there, for being part of the show today. My name is Precious Chukwuekezie. Always remember that your life is precious. And today, I am telling you that the lives of persons with albinism is so precious. Yeah, I can tell you that. So, and that's it. That's what we can take on today's edition of the program. We appreciate you for being there. Bye for now, and keep staying tuned to Sunrise FM 96.1.